Oh, good evening, y'all. Welcome in. So about that, it has scratchy throat coming in. I did pick up some kind of a bug over the past week. I don't know why. Hopefully y'all didn't catch a bug, get sick over the past week. If you did, I have prayers for y'all that you can get better. Gotta clean my glasses. They're much better. Um, I told y'all that I might do a pop up juice and coffee. You say? Is coffee juice or is coffee just coffee? I don't know. It was an interesting thought when skipping to my brain earlier today. Hey, Cheryl, welcome in. Um, by the way, those coming in can give me a AV check. Here in a bit, I'll be getting a cup of coffee here in a bit, but I decided to go ahead and get things started because the later I haul around, it's going to be later for this to go live. I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this last night, y'all, but the energy kind of got up and left. I said, you know what? I'm not in the energy to be talking to a camera, let alone to be on live stream. So I said, you know what? Why can't I push it to the following day? So now this does not take place of the Saturday Night Vibes, y'all. But hopefully I can answer some of y'all's questions that you may have had for last night. For those that didn't catch it in the post here on YouTube on the channel about Vibes going to cancel this live stream this week for the Thursday Night Live. I had stuff going on, so I had meetings at church this week. And that's also why I'm live now instead of in an hour from now. You get what I'm saying? I still might do a pop up or two, whatever, tomorrow. But I just don't want to leave y'all hanging around, like wondering where's Vibes? Has he quit doing content? You know what I'm saying? This way I can kind of, wrap it up and answer some of your questions. AV good. All right, thanks, Cheryl. I want to in a bit. Like I said, I'm gonna get some coffee. You see the title, juice and coffee. I better get the juice down. It's gonna be a late night again tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get the coffee. I'll be right back. Ugh. I decided to go a different route with coffee this time. Different route. A more robust, more fresh. There we are. I got me some water. You'll see here in a bit why. Got the French press. Ooh, that thing's warm. And no, I have not started brewing it yet. There is a little bit of water in the bottom. Just to heat the... This is called French press, y'all. To heat the French press up to temperature. That way I'm not pouring hot water into a cold substance. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll be using that. And since we're doing coffee, if you're going to about a French press, okay, I'm not going to tell you all that you're wrong for using ground coffee in a French press that has been sitting around for months or years. Stuff you buy from the store. You know what I'm talking about. The ground coffee you buy from the store. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. But if you have the chance, go ahead. Eat. And this is something you can do when you're camping, when you're traveling, flying, etc. If you want a good cup of coffee. You can do it away with... Now, I do got the electric burr grinder as well. But something like this, I can do as... When I don't have the availability of having electric or power, I can go this route. And I do got some coffee right here. Talking about it. Coffee Barn, Columbia medium roast coffee beans from Pennsylvania. This would be coming from one of my good friends. His father-in-law makes this stuff. He roasts in house. So, anyways, when they were here, he went and gave me a bag to try. So, I know why he gave me a bag. He's hoping that I'll like it so much that I'll go back and buy more from him. And also that I would talk about it for advertisement. Tell you what. So I'm excited to see how this tastes. It's a medium roast. You know what? I forgot to get. Hey Sam, welcome in. Rolling down the street, sipping coffee and juice. Nice. So you got those you got a holder that has one handle and two cup holders. That way you can have both coffee and juice. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I forgot to grab myself a coffee cup. I can go grab one right now while y'all coming in and hanging out. And if you got questions, go ahead and ask away. And when I come back, I'll try to answer them to my best ability. Okay, I said coffee cup. Let me see. That's a good coffee cup tonight. I know who. My good buddy. Some of y'all might recognize the coffee cup. Hey, whenever I grab a coffee cup that's been sitting on a shelf, it's a habit. I always wash it, or at least do a good rinse, y'all. Because you know what, the dust in the elements. You get what I'm saying? Even in my cupboard. Maybe it's just me, but I just tend to, especially if the cup is sitting up with dust can fall down into it. I just tend to grab it, rinse it out. You know what I mean? I'm not. I know I'm breathing in dust. I know, but at least I'm not drinking a whole pile of dust bunnies. You know what I'm saying? And you never know when there's a scorpion that might show up. Anyways, my good buddy Myrtle and Fish Family. Let me see who else. If someone in chat could tell me, is this stuff still available on Fish Fam Link on the Myrtle? I don't know. A very nice mug. I picked this one. I'm still a big fan of rainbow fish and Planet Aquarium. Very beautiful. So that'd be a cup to hold the good French press coffee tonight or this afternoon. How you want to call it? Now, I think I can sit back and hang out with y'all and make some coffee. How about that? And answer some of your questions. Mystery WW, happy birthday! Oh, happy birthday! Hey, Beto, welcome in. No, I'm double fisting it and driving with my knees. Whoa! You did a pretty good job. Wait. Okay. Alright. Now, this does not make enough for a crowd. It's nice amount for the French press, for a cup of coffee, two cups of coffee, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see that. Coffee beans. And this coffee grinder. Now this, you can pick them up, these off of Amazon. So, the handle comes off. There's a lid. Pop it off. Down inside of there. See? The coffee goes down around it. Let's go ahead. You know what, y'all? Yeah, I can do it. I don't say it's kind of dark. It is dark because I'm looking into the light, y'all, and it's blinding my eyes. There we go. I just had to get my eyes off of the camera and look at the grinder as I pour the coffee beans down into the top of the grinder. There we go. Let's see. I put a little bit too much coffee beans in there. But that's okay. You can see this little gap. That's okay. Because I'm going to grind it, and it's going to fill this thing up. So that might be the right amount. And also, I'm giving this grinder a test. Right? I don't know how much coffee grounds I need yet for a French press. Okay, I do know how much I use, but I don't know how many beans I use to make the amount of coffee I need. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Oh, a little juice. Exactly what Dakota Fanning from Science left about water. About water. I use a French press too. I have a similar grinder. Nice, Beto. I thought I liked you. I like you even better now. Great minds think alike. And hopefully the noise ain't too loud for y'all. You can tell me if it's annoying for y'all. Now, I should have showed y'all. I put the number in 35. With 35, basically, 1 would be like a espresso grind, very powder, up to number 40. 40 would be for a very coarse ground. Here, I'll show you the how the beans look crushed. And also, this kind of gives you an idea how long it takes for you to grind your coffee. I've tried other grinders in the past, and they've always take so long to grind coffee, y'all. And also, if you're camping, you know, what is 5 minutes when you're camping? Nothing. Especially to get that nice cup of coffee, a fresh ground. I think it has a couple tablespoons ground for 8-ounce cup. Usually that soak 5 minutes. Yeah. And by the way, I just got notified. Bougie Beach Fish is live right now, y'all. And I'm assuming with Jody P. So, just because you're here does not mean go there and at least give him a thumbs up, y'all. That's all you get out of the thing tonight, live stream, is to go give Bougie Beach Fish a thumbs up, at least. That's a minimum, y'all. And y'all, this is the ceramic hair grinder. That way, okay, done. And how long did it take me to do that? Big back the grinding noise. Okay, the jar of coffee, that's a pretty good amount, y'all. So, if I fill this thing all the way up, the lid is off of the rim like a 16th inch, y'all. It makes that much coffee. Okay. Before I make a mess, I'll take the handle off, which is very handy. Ta-da! And don't quote me, but I'm thinking this thing's like under $30, I think, for this grinder. I'm kind of thinking it's like maybe $12. I'm not sure, on Amazon. I got it a while back to use it for camping. So, okay. The French press. Make sure I'm not dripping any water. And there's already water in there. Okay. And also, this is kind of test run to see if this is the right kind of let's say ground. You can see it. It's the size of like you would do with a thyme or rosemary. You know the fresh ground herbs. It'd be that size pieces, y'all. Anyways, let's go ahead and dump it in, shall we? I'm using all of it, y'all. Okay. You can't see it too well, but the amount is very well. I think it's about the right amount, y'all, for the French press. For this French press, y'all. Okay. Put that to the side. And y'all, in my hurriness, I forgot to grab myself something to stir it with. I like to stir the grounds. Hold on. To make sure they're all wet. Let me see. Give me a spoon. That'll work. A nice metal spoon. That way it doesn't flavor the coffee or melt into the hot water. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, back with the right amount of stuff. That fresh ground is way stronger. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. And what I'm doing, to put the grounds in, okay, as I said, there's water in here already, right? Hot water. Get the French press heated up. And what I'm doing, I add the grounds, stir it, to make sure that they're all wet. There ain't any dry. And then, I like to cap it, put the plunger back on, like that, without adding any more water, like that, and let it sit for at least a minute or longer. And what's happening, y'all, the coffee is gassing off, you know, it's basically, what's going to happen, it's going to remove that bitterness, y'all. If there's any bitterness coming out from the coffee, now is the time to let it air off. You know what I'm saying? After a minute or so, which I'm watching the count time now, it'll tell me when it is. And once that minute is passed, I'll fill it up with the hot water and let it sit for at least 4 minutes at a minimum. I've even gone to 10 minutes or even more, and the longer it sits, the stronger it gets, y'all. I would use the grinder setting at the highest for French press. Those little pieces make their way to the mug. Yeah, here in a bit, I'm gonna find out. The reason I put it at 35, Beto, I want, because I mean, even this is a lot. It's more coarse than I've used in the past when I used just coffee from a bag that's already been ground, y'all. So, and that's already. This is a very bigger pieces than that. Very coffee from the store. So I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, this is a trial and error. If I see that the pieces are still too small for my liking, then I can always crank the setting to 40. Right now it's at 35 right now. 35. This is a coffee grinder, y'all. So I can always turn it to 40. So. And also, the finer ground, y'all, it will help absorb into the water faster, y'all. Than if, okay, it's been over a minute. Like I said, I got water. Pull the beef. What better way to hold water than pull the beef's thermos? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that cool? And actually, I think they're here on YouTube. Hey, CC, welcome in. Pull the beef. I got meet him a couple times. He's been to Aqua Shell a couple times. I heard the giveaways, etc. I think he has the biggest saltwater aquarium in a person's house. Maybe his own house. The biggest aquarium, saltwater aquarium in the house. That's privately owned. I think it might be. I don't know. Don't quote me exactly all the statistics about it, but it's a pretty cool setup, y'all. Anyways, hot water. Cool. Now I know this polar reef is perfect size, y'all. Okay, we'll get that 4 minutes at minimum. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, boys, careful. I'm gonna go ahead and set it down. Let it soak. You see that? I did not plunge the plunger, y'all, because I don't want to squeeze the coffee grounds. I want them to exfoliate into the water. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get all that flavor out of the coffee beans as I can. Anyways, back to the. It's actually the first time trying. You know what? Let's see. Okay, this is 17 fluid an ounce, y'all. So basically, a bottle of water. The normal bottle of water is 16.9 fluid ounce, like what spring water, etc. You buy from the store. This basically same size. It's like 0.1 ounce more, according to the bottom of, or 503 milliliters for those that are not with the crazy measurements. You know what I'm saying? Made in China, hand wash recommended. H2 to go. Cool. Anyways, oh there, Andrew Sandler is his name, the polar reef guy. Anyways, this is the right amount for this French press. So this French press is a 17 ounce French press, or actually it's probably 20 ounce, 19. I don't know. It's very far down the water level. It's down from the top, which is what I want anyways. I don't like to fill the water all the way up past the plunger, because I want to make sure all the coffee has a chance to escape down to the bottom without getting past the screen. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. So now I can use this for the future. I know if I fill it up with hot water, I can grab it to go. This stay hot for hours. I can have hot coffee wherever I go, y'all. If I'm out fishing, grab this full hot water, run, and you know I got my grinder. Grab a French press, either this one or my travel one. I'm set. I got a cup of coffee out when I'm collecting, y'all. Collecting species, wood, plants, substrate. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Anyways, that's I like that. Okay. Alright. Everyone saying hi, TCE? I use dark maple syrup and coconut cream in my coffee. Okay, Beto. If you send me a cup of coffee like that, I'll definitely drink it. But normally, I want the coffee black. Because I want to... And now, if you ever watch Vibes anytime, drink coffee. If he adds creamer and sugar to the coffee, either the coffee's disgusting, bitter, or Vibes is just hungry. Otherwise, now, don't get me wrong, I still occasionally, I like adding a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream. It'll be H-E-B, Creamy Creations, 1905 vanilla. It's like a homemade grandma's ice cream, you know what I'm saying? That flavor. A scoop of that into your coffee cup, and then the coffee, hot coffee. That's good. But if I just want a nice cup of coffee, now even this one is a medium roast, which normally I kind of tend to go to light roast. FYI, about coffee, y'all. Dark coffee is made with bad beans. Coffee beans are not too great, so they can basically roast the flavor out of them. So you don't even notice the bad coffee. When they make a a light roast coffee. They have to be really good coffee bean to start with. Otherwise, you're going to notice the bad coffee. You know what I'm saying? French press, usually like 2 cups worth. Yeah. I do got another French press that I use for years. The only reason I backed off from using that one so much, that one's like twice the size of this one. So that one will make like 3.5 cups of coffee, which is way too much for what I need on a normal basis. I like black coffee too, but it's just for a better flavor. Good point, Beto. Good point. You have it. I agree, 100%. You can have better flavor. Now, about flavor, I do tend to avoid or stray away from flavored coffees. That's just me personally. Now, I'm not saying coffee beans that were picked or grown in an environment that had citrus trees, apple trees, you can name it, whatever. If basically the bees are pollinating, right? So they could directly have the flavor of whatever they're growing in, which that's all right. I enjoy that. But when you have to add some other additive to the bean while roasting it, etc., I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not saying I'm not gonna. I'll skip out on coffee if it's flavored. It just maybe I won't have 5 cups of coffee. Might have just 1 cup of coffee and be good. Okay, it's been over 5 minutes, but you know what? Let's give it a little more time. Let it really soak up. Careful vibes. You're just babbling. Anyways, yeah, it's good coffee. That might help you think things straight. There we go. I'm actually looking at the coffee. Okay, some of it has settled. I'm not impressed. In the past, I've done it without having to plunge it. But you know what? Tonight, I'm going to plunge it. Give it that sediment. And let it get down to the bottom of the French press. That way, it's a little easier to pour. Now, if I wasn't sitting in the recliner talking to y'all, I might have done this, but I want to be a little more careful, because I don't really want to pull this into my lap, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There we go. We're gonna let the coffee sit there and keep soaking up some more coffee grounds. Whoa, the smell. Don't want to soak it too long, then it gets too bitter. Yeah, I've noticed over. Okay, as long as I've done maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is pushing the edge of getting better, y'all. 10 minutes is about the right amount. So I think I'm going to be okay. If I'm seeing the time is giving me is too much, I might go grab another cup and wash it and pour the rest of the coffee out. That way, it doesn't collect any more of the coffee. Hi, vibes. I have to get back to Bougie and Jody P. Definitely send me go. Like I said earlier in the live stream, please go and watch them. They're phenomenal. Some of my good friends. No, you got to give me some support. Some of them go, you're good. You're good. French presses are the best I use. Loose leaf tea. Hey, yeah. Look, I do the same thing. French press is so versatile, y'all. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. My hubby does coffee. Yep. I soak it only 4 minutes. Coffee loses its freshness in like half an hour. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This coffee, it doesn't hurt to be soaking in another couple minutes, y'all. This is about perfect cup of coffee. Almost perfect. You know what? It is perfect. What am I talking? Let's give it some more coffee. And I think I'm gonna go get me. Let me see. Hmm. I'm debating if I should go grab another cup, another mug to put the coffee into. Wow, that warm. It's cool in my house tonight, y'all. AC's running. There's a fan blowing. It's okay, but this warm. Uh, if you never felt that warmth of a hot mug of tea or coffee or espresso, cappuccino, chai, and you know what I'm saying? You're missing out. Okay. I am sold, y'all. 100%. I'm sold. Okay. Before the grounds really ruin the rest of the coffee, I'm gonna go ahead and grab me another mug. Let me see. I think there's a mug I haven't used in a while. Let me see. Can I find it? Let me see. That's a good antique mug. But this one, some of y'all may have never seen it. This is a older cup, and you know what? I like to give everyone support. You know what I mean? So why not tonight? Shout out an old friend of mine. Now some of y'all might, when you see the cup, might say, "All right, vibes, I'm out. See, talk to you later," and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that because I'm not asking you to like stuff that I like. Okay? Both both taste way better than Keurig. Oh yeah, Keurig cups. There isn't even comparison with the French press versus Keurig. Best thing with coffee is its scone, preferably blueberry. Yeah, or even ice cream, or basically anything really. Okay, but don't I'll agree. Beto, a blueberry scone is really good. ADHD Aquatics. Some of y'all know who that is. Some of y'all don't, and that's okay. I don't think she's doing any more content in the fish community. That's all I know. But she's still a great friend of mine, y'all. We still uh, talk to each other occasionally. She's awesome. Anyways, I thought, why not grab that cup? Okay. Thanks, Beto, for reminding me of that. Because normally I finish a cup of coffee right away. Because usually I'm not talking to the camera while I'm drinking coffee. So, coffee holds out. Anyways. But now, I don't know about the grounds ruining. Now, okay, this cup of coffee that I just made. Or these two cups. Even if it gets cold on me, I can still throw it in the microwave, y'all. And it's still going to be better than coffee out of a regular coffee machine, y'all. Even better, it'll be even better out of Keurig even. This is just fresh ground. I mean, I can reheat it in the microwave. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna be as good as this right here, fresh, but it's still better than out of the automatic drip, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Let that soak in, y'all. Hopefully, y'all, if you don't have French press, hopefully you either have tried, someone has served you French press coffee, or maybe you think about going out and buying one now. It's so smooth, y'all. And it's not bitter. Now, it's on the strong side. I can taste that. But it's not bitter. I have a really nice Starbucks mug I picked up in Seattle. Nice, Beto, nice. I think I got one nice Starbucks one somewhere. But I had some. I got so many mugs, y'all. And it depends on the occasion. Now, all the times you'll see me drinking out of that Sika mug, which is one of my favorite ones. Rocking out some of the good products that I use. Which, Fritz, if you're watching this right now, which you're probably not, but if you are, Fritz, go ahead, bring out a coffee cup. And that goes to any other brand out there in the fish community. Fluval, come on. Owazi. Acreon. Higer. Well, Vibe, stop it. KFC. That's just some of the brands I think of right now. Top Fin. Yeah, there's a whole list of brands in the fish community hobby. Let's say, go ahead and bring out some coffee cups. Give them away. Because that each person uses a cup of coffee, on the average, probably 99.99% of people in this world drink some sort of hot beverage, y'all. Okay. I'm being kind of generous. Say even 90%. And in the fish community, there's probably at least 90% of the fish community that drink hot beverage on a regular basis. Coffee, tea, chai. You get what I'm saying? So, why not give out coffee cups or mugs with your brand on it? It's a great way to advertise. Ta-da! There's a lot of things you can do with the grounds. I put them in the garden. Hey, Beto, have you tried putting them in your... Or is it too much? That's what I want to ask y'all. Putting the grounds in your flower pots, etc. Like your indoor plants that are not... Hold on! Has anyone used the grounds in your systems at all? In the aquarium hobby, have you used coffee grounds at all in any of your systems? And what effect did it have? Any negative effect on any of your systems? I'm talking about your terrariums, padariums, vivariums, ripariums, aquariums, etc. I mean, would it have a negative effect? I cannot vouch for it. I have not tried it. I have thought about it. I've asked some people about it, and no one really gave me a clear answer about that. I mean, there's caffeine in it. Now, of course, if you put a whole bag of coffee grounds in your aquarium, it's going to have an effect. But if you use, just a little bit, would it add, especially if you're going for that tannin look, the high tannins? You know what? Someone needs to do. Maybe Vibes needs to do it. Put coffee in an aquarium that doesn't have any fish or any residents in there, like shrimp, crustaceans, or like fish. Coffee is very acidic, yeah. So it could have a negative effect on the system. It could. But at what point, though, y'all? If you have a 100-gallon system or a 1,000-gallon system, a little bit of coffee is not going to affect that amount. If it is, sorry to tell y'all, maybe that system was not balanced. Maybe it was just a brand new system. But if it's running 5 years, 10 years or more, I mean, that little bit should not affect it that much. I think the caffeine might be a problem, not sure. I had one of the same thing, Beto. And that's why I'm not advocating for anyone to do it without doing a test run on a residential environment. Do a run. Maybe, for instance, like a planned setup. that doesn't have any residents, just plants. Or a high tolerance tank, and test the water regularly. But even with that, you still gotta be, I still would be careful. But I don't know. In a planet system, if you would use it, okay. How about now? I'm looking at the screen to make sure I'm not muted. Okay. Audio back. Okay. See, hey, if Vibes is live streaming on his phone, don't call him. Right. Most people that call me don't know I'm live on my phone. So that is the issue with going live on your phone. Someone can call you and totally disrupt your live stream. Just saying. I know people have used caffeine-free tea for times, yeah. What if you used decaf coffee? I know decaf coffee still has caffeine in it, I know. Just a thought. Alright. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But, there again, I have to wonder, have anyone, do y'all use coffee grounds in your indoor plants? Like your plants that are potted? Or, I mean, it's supposed to have a good effect on plants outside, in the garden, etc. Years ago, we had a couple in our church. They would actually go to local coffee shops and rescue, new word, huh? Rescue coffee grounds, use coffee grounds. Still, basically, the coffee shops know that they're coming, so it should come and pick up all the used coffee grounds, take it home, and put it in the flower beds, and the flowers did phenomenal. Instead of me wasting the coffee grounds, would I be more beneficial by using them in my indoor plants that are not associated with my aquariums? I mean, is there such a thing as coffee burning the plant? I use coffee and coffee grounds azaleas. What are azaleas? I'm a little ignorant. I mean, I probably know what it is, but for some reason right now, I'm blank. CC. And also I was wondering, have anyone used coffee grounds on your banana plants? I know some people call banana trees, but that is not a tree. A banana plant, it ain't a tree. It's a banana plant. It's a shrub with pink flowers. Okay. Which I've probably seen it. It's probably another one I think of. Anyways, thank you, CC. Appreciate that. The reason I'm asking is I got some pothos and some monsteras, some other plants in my house. Would I be okay using the used coffee grounds in the pots with them? I wonder if this is what William Gaither with the Gaither band. They actually, I think they still do go on tour and sing at different churches around the country. He's like 88 years old, I think, 89. He's getting up there in age. Anyways, one of his songs that either he wrote, I think he wrote or his wife wrote. But anyways, and there's a phrase in there that goes, and a good cup of coffee. Basically, friendship around a good cup of coffee. I can understand that. A good cup of coffee goes a long ways. Wow. Anyways, they have upside down bell-shaped flowers and bloom in spring. They are common in landscaping, so you've probably seen them. Okay. The pink flowers. Yeah, it's ringing a bell. Yeah, my aquarium is still dark over here, y'all. It's still on the analog timer. Um, so if I have power outages, that thing stops turning. You know what I mean? So eventually you lose time. So it no longer turns on at the same time anymore. It turns on. It's still on the same amount of hours every day or night, but that time slot could be a different time frame. Which I got timers, smart plugs. That you can put a timer. You can put a time on it, on and off, etc., which are very nice. I just need to get myself together, my act together, and get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? I already got like one, two. I think I got like four already up and running, which I can take it and split off of it, and run to because the idea is I want to have all my aquariums on the same time frame. That way, in the morning they all turn on at the same time, they turn off at the same time, etc. You know. Pothos don't like acidic soil, so no coffee grounds. Okay. Monstera does like acidic soil, so enjoy coffee grounds. Okay, so I got Monstera in a pot in my house, so I could definitely feed it coffee grounds. The soil. I don't know enough about plants and coffee effects. I probably wouldn't use it in live things. Yeah. Any plant that likes acidic soil wouldn't mind coffee grounds. Okay. Thanks, CC. Awesome. Because in the past, I've been just tossing the coffee grounds, which I've always thought, you know what, that's kind of a waste. Why can't I repurpose it? Wow. Hey, I got some convinces a week ago called Perichromas. Wow, that's a new word. Pretty excited they can out that coming. Cool, Beto. Cool. I love some good cribs. Okay, to the back. I like seeing some good cribs. I don't know if I'm ready to have them again in my fish room. Now, as not being said, I wouldn't mind having some other dwarf cichlids, South American ones, in my fish room, like your I'll slip my mind. I got a painting of it. I can't think, but the red, have there's all different stripes and colors out there. These now that's gonna bug me if I can think of that name. It's a South American dwarf cichlid. Some of y'all might remember a while back when we did our favorite fish, etc. It came up on it. And it's not a crib. It's that's gonna bug me. Anyways, I just got a threadfin carrot Gemini. It's very cute. That's cool, CC. I used to have the there's some adult threadfins behind me until that whole tank got nuked, which is a bummer. But oh. Why can't I think of the name of the fish? Epistogrammas! Yes! Cece's on a roll tonight. I knew someone in chat could figure it out. See? Being on camera like this can really screw up your brain. Just saying. Yeah. I got the... I think the flame tail. Flame. I think that's what it was called. Epistogramma. It has a very, very bright orange. Red color. Very beautiful. Which I would love to have have a pair of those in my planet, in a planet setup. That'd be awesome. See, I'm thinking of too much, but it could have like a high tannins, like a black water with tannins, tank setup that's planted with the pistogrammas. That'd be awesome. And of course, it'd be like a community setting, y'all. See what other fish that would thrive with the pistogrammas. That would be eye-popping in a high tannins setup. So, I've always idealized having a setup like that. Okay, I've tried some. I got a few running here and there in the fish room, and most of y'all have not seen, which is okay. But I want to do a setup that's planted, that's high tannins, and that community setup. Very beautiful setting. Which that tank behind me, I might turn to that. I don't know. We'll see in the future. I love occur species. They are really fun. Yeah. I used to have the blue occurrers, the regular sized ones. At the time, I was not really okay. They came in on a rescue. Back in the day, a lot of people around me would call me because hey, we're moving, we're downsizing, etc. Can you come rescue these fish, etc. And usually, I did weird hours, y'all. Probably the worst was like 1 or 2 in the morning. They'd call me, hey, we already moved out, but the tank is still in the house yet, in the apartment. Can you please come down, take it down? And I would go at 1 in the morning and go take down a 90-gallon setup, the whole thing, by myself. Bring the fish home, and the fish that I wanted the fish I'd keep. The other ones I would just make sure they're healthy. Either give them away, take them to fish store, etc. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of pistos, but I never had one. I just never been tempted to buy any that I've seen in stores. Yeah. Another reason I have not gotten any yet in pistos. Most of them like a very, very soft water. And the water from my tap is very hard. And to give them a really good home, I'd have to do oil water and remineralize. See, that's one thing I haven't done yet. I used to have an oil unit I got. I just never got around setting it up. And I thought, you know what? I've had it for this amount of time. I haven't used it yet. So I went and sold it. Now, in a way, I wish I wanted of. But who says I don't go out and buy another one? But if I do it, I think if I do one, I might even push it more into my shrimp tank setups, y'all. Some salted water would not be a bad idea with the shrimp. Just saying. You can mix all with tap instead of mineralizing. Yeah, vibes. I heard you could just buy distilled water and add it to your tap water. Okay. Huh. All water. So, but is there a ratio, CC, of adding all tap water that it brings down, makes it softer? You know what I'm saying? I don't recognize this Garrett Ribbers. Are you still down with pizza later tonight? Oh yeah, pizza all the time. Actually, I had pizza earlier for a late lunch. I'm a big fan of Costco boxes of distilled water. Just make sure you get the Kirkland ones. Okay. And what's the price? Say for instance, a gallon of distilled water. I'm kind of ignorant. I don't know what the prices are of today. Basically, how many do I have to buy gallons of distilled water before it would make sense to buy an RO unit? I've seen it at Home Depot with $1 a gallon. Okay. So for instance, reason that went through my head, because cheaper RO units out there, I can get one that goes under the sink for like say for $100. I think I've seen it down to like 70 even 65 for they make like so many gallons a day. Which, if I went that route, I mean, because 100 gallons of water. For instance, if I did a 100 gallon or 90 gallon setup, and I had what 50% of it distilled water that I've been salting water down. That's 50. That's 50 bucks. Even 40. That's a lot of money, y'all. Anyways, the ratio depends on how soft you want the water and how hard the tap water is. Yeah. All unit is going to be cheaper in like 2 to 4 months, depending on how many water changes you do. Yes, CC. Yeah. Cheapest all unit I've seen was 70, and the water comes out really slow, and it's a better process. But you'll need a reservoir if you plan on mixing or keeping more sensitive fishes. Yeah, which the reservoir I already got them ready. They're boot trash cans. Very versatile. I keep them in the closet, and what I could do, still using distilled water. If I went that route, I think I'd be better off if I would just go ahead and get an RO unit and set it up and have it run into the trash cans. I know do a auto shut off whatever or float valve, but also, there needs to be another way to stop it. That way it doesn't overflow. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess if you're doing it, just make sure maybe set maybe set the time, a timer, and see how long it takes for the trash can to fill up, and that kind of give me an idea when I have to be there to watch it until it fills up. You know what I'm saying? But as of now, we're still what I've been doing, but it'd still be kind of cool to get to those other kind of species of fish that would thrive in salt water. And picking up an $80 unit, 50 gallons a day. In a way, and hey, here's a question: do y'all use that water that it's filtered off of? You know, the all water, right? The bad water, if you want to call it that. Are you using it in your higher, like the ponds outside, or the silicon tanks, the African silicon tanks, or are you just dumping that water down the drain? Because I think all you put that water out to your front yard, out to your garden, etc. Because that's water that you're just wasting. If there's a way you can use it, why not? CC answered it. Brown water goes outside to the lawn or plants. Yep. Now I do know some aquarists will use the brown water in the cichlid tanks. African cichlid tanks. Or your very, very hard water tanks. Now before I would say go do it 100%, I would still maybe 50% of that, and the rest of it just tap water, because you still want all that mineral in your tap water to get to your tanks. The rain would water going into the pond like started off with my tap water, then add fish after a month. Yeah. I'm sure some libraries wouldn't mind the brown water. Yeah, like guppies, mollies, not tetras. Yeah. Mollies, swordtails, etc. Goodeads. There's a list of them. Yeah, I agree with you on that, CC. A lot of libraries are can handle a lot, can handle a very level of perimeters, which maybe why so many libraries are so encouraged for a beginner fish keeper and to get in the hobby. Get a library, because that way they can enjoy seeing the cycle of life right for their eyes, real easy. Most fish do well in hard water. My tap is 8.2. I can't remember what my tap is, which some of y'all are saying, Vibes, you don't know your tap water? I've tested it in my garden days. The TDS is like way up there, y'all. I'm thinking in our area, it's going to be at least 8.2 or higher in our area. Well, basically in hard water. Like we got very high limestone content in our area. Texas Holy Rock is limestone. So, endlers, mollies, and Opa. Almost always on top recommendations for beginners. Yeah. Guppies. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. Hey, it's been a long day, CC. My apologies. um, but I've had better success with guppies than I've had with mollies. I mean, now if you go out and get a fish, put it in your aquarium, take care of it, etc., it'll always be really good. But I'm talking about fish that I've taken with me and traveled with them, and give them to someone, a fish keeper. The guppies, I didn't have problems with them surviving. The mollies, not so much. I have to charge up my phone, but I'll be listening. All right, CC. Oh, Beto, my apologies. I saw CC, and yeah. Vibes, you don't need to apologize for everything. All right, Beto. And it is about that time to wrap it up. I mean, I think I can go for another 20 minutes or so. Maybe by then I'll have the coffee down. Wow. Hey, if your coffee gets nasty, the cooler it gets, maybe your coffee wasn't good to begin with. I just thought. Mm. um, maybe tonight. I got church tonight at quarter 7. So, but I think maybe after that I get home. Depends on how the lighting goes on my aquariums. Maybe we'll do a water change. If so, I might go. I might do a pop up. Who knows? Or maybe I'll go to bed early and maybe do a pop up tomorrow morning before breakfast and do a water change. This tank right here. Yeah, this tank right here. It wouldn't hurt to do a water change on that tank this weekend. I mean, I wouldn't have to, but why not? Why not give them some good mineral? Because last time, was it half a week ago? I went and did a top off of fresh water, but that's not enough. I have to do like 40, 30, 40, 50% water change on this tank regularly. Just too hot until it was gross. I miss coffee, but not bad coffee. Yeah. If the coffee's too hot to taste, it's probably bad coffee. Oh, no, vibes. I know how it works. You can have hot, good coffee too. But this coffee is no longer hot anymore, y'all. Because it's empty. Second cup. This means that maybe tonight I'll be awake to do water changes. I don't know. Mm. But okay, I know what I was gonna say. That tank behind the camera. I really don't need to do a water change on that tank. I just need to do a nice cleanup, do some glass cleaning, give it some of the duckweed. There's only like a handful of duckweed on top. Okay, maybe 100 pieces. I don't know. There's just a couple pieces here and there, which it wouldn't hurt to go and pull some of that off. Uh, Even if I go in there and do it, I think I got it all out. 2 weeks later, like, oh, yep, I definitely don't get them all out. Or there's more came back. Either way, I've noticed if there's too much duckweed on top, it does kill the light from hitting the plant at the bottom of the aquarium. which I don't want because I got plants up down there that need the light. Maybe see this is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. I I would love to do it a farm tank setup. I got the material I need. I got some plants. See, there's another thing behind y'all, behind the camera. There's plants in there that need to be cut out of the tank, but I've been pushing it off because those plants, instead of throwing them away, I want to pull them out of there and put them in another tank and start a farm tank with it. And once that farm tank is thriving or growing, I don't know, month maybe. Now I might pull the sponge filter out of that tank and give it a nice, not a vent, yeah, vents in the new tank to get all that good uh, beneficial bacteria out of the sponge. Actually, what I could do, y'all, the sponge filter in that tank behind the camera, pull it out of there and put a new sponge in there. And the old dirty old sponge, put it in the new setup in the new farm tank. That way, and maybe in a week or so, if I feed the tank, etc., I could add some shrimp to that tank. That'd be cool. Or some live bears, because I do want some residents in the tank, in the farm tank. Some of y'all might remember the other week I was talking about doing. That was after the clash. Talking about doing a farm tank. So, because I wouldn't mind having some extra plants available to me on my fingertips that I could use in doing setups. And if I want to put plants in a silly tank, I got the availability. And I don't have to go out and buy them all the time. If I got my own plants, why would I? You know what I'm saying? If I can do it. Now, if there's extra, sure. Why not take them and give them away to the fish keeper? Or sell them somewhere, you know, trade them in fish store, etc. You know what I'm saying? And it's gardening in a tank. It's gonna be fun. Who said gardening's fun anyways, vibes? It's work. So, I've not asked y'all, how has your week been? You got any big plans for the weekend? Hopefully some of y'all's weekends has already started. Some, you know, maybe if I did a live stream tomorrow, hey, you know what I could do? I could do a live stream either way. Do one in the morning with the watch changes, but then maybe go live later maybe after breakfast. That might encourage me to clean my fish room up and reorganize it. Cause you know, I get more stuff done on a live stream or watching a live stream than I do watching a TV show. Nice, you see. So, are you going to it? Is there like giveaways, door prizes, etc., or is it all haunted? And which fish store is it, CC? If I may ask, because I might recognize it. There's a good chance I might. Hey, little buddy, how you doing? Oh, vibes. You should not be yawning at this hour of the day, especially when you already had a cup of coffee. Another cup is on its way. It's an equipment warehouse. Okay, yep. Trying to think. Do I have some of the merch? I can't remember. I think I got maybe some stickers from them. I don't know. Cool. I'll probably go to the costume contest. So, what are you dressing up as, CC? What kind of costume are you? Or maybe it's a secret. Okay, so I did. Okay, that's what I thought. The December fish event thing. Yeah, cool. So you going as a shrimp or as a? You probably going as a Madaka. But Madaka ain't terrifying. Bummer. I'm going at something absolutely terrifying. Duckweed. It depends on who you talk to, CC. Some people love duckweed. Me personally, maybe I haven't had enough bad experiences, or maybe I've come to the conclusion that I shouldn't fear it anymore. I should absolutely enjoy it. Because what's doing, it's eating the extra nutrients in the water. I mean, come on. What's not to love about it? Hey, Christopher Junkin, welcome in. You're competing with Jody and Emily. Nah, Christopher, I never compete with them. Never. Nuh-uh. I wasn't even trying to. So in other words, Chris, you're saying that if I was competing, that means I failed 100%. That's okay. I don't mind being a failure. I don't mind losing. Someone has to lose. There's a winner, there's a loser. So tonight's winner is Jody P and Emily. Yoo-hoo! Thumbs up. I was thinking about a fish with ick. Ooh. That would be haunted. Aww. I was in the stream. Yeah. I was thinking about you. Aww. Hey, Griffin, welcome in. Hey, how you doing, Griffin? I haven't seen you at Kieran's age. You doing alright? I have them up on my laptop. I'm just outside. Cool. Yeah. Bummer. I forgot about it. I was gonna have it. No. I was gonna say I was gonna have them on my TV, but that'd be a bad day. I've done that in the past. Did a live stream with someone else live on the TV, and I would get sidetracked. So no. Either be live and then go watch a replay, or watch them live and not be live. You know what I'm saying? How are you, Vibes? What is new? I'm actually doing pretty good, Chris. What is new? I don't know if you heard, but I'm in the process of doing a farm tank. And by the way, Chris, how you doing? We haven't talked in a while. I miss you so much. That weekend was hilarious, y'all. Some of y'all missed out on that. Been busy, brother, and my health not too good. Hey, prayers, Griffin. Prayers that you get better. We have fish coming on Monday. Nice, Chris. Thumbs up. You can do a live stream, unboxing, unpackaging, Chris. Or is that too much work? Yeah, it probably is. Bummer. um. And like I said in the post earlier on here on YouTube, Saturday Night Vibes is still on schedule. Now, I have not scheduled it yet, because Vibes is always on Vibes time. So, Vibes, you know you need to get around to it, scheduling it, so people know that you got a live stream scheduled tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the... Is it 18th? 17th? 18th, maybe. I need to see if I don't remember when Skipper's auction is. Bummer. I think it was last week. I can't remember. I guess I need to find out. The Clash was one of the best weekends in my life. Vibes, you were a huge part of that. I don't know about Chris. Yeah, but somewhere I've heard, somebody told me that Vibes guy is a mean boss. He puts you to work. He wears you out. I mean, he's just cool. Hey y'all, I had a great time hanging out. Hey, that's one of the best parts of the Clash, in my opinion. One of the better parts is getting to set up with the fellow fish nerd. You know what I'm saying? His drinking boss. It was too awesome. Skipper's auction is tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. Yep. Okay. Ooh. So that might mean that the live stream probably is. I don't know. Postponed to after the live stream, after the auction. I'll have to go and see, etc. Hey, hey, you know what? Since some of y'all are here, is is there a pretty big list of fish going to auction? Skipper's auction? Because if there's a pretty big list, then I mean, either way, there's a good chance we probably wait till after it to go live. And the same crew is going to set up the vendor room again because we rocked it. Yeah. I had to drop out of it so that I didn't want to cooperate. I'm sorry, CC. Sorry about that. And then again, I wouldn't mind having extra plants. Actually, me personally, I think I'd rather just give them away and sell them. Then again, if my plant's doing that well, maybe I would sell some. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, I want to have plants available just for my own personal use. So I can do more setups in my fish room, which I'm trying to downsize. But setup, I'm just trying to not really new tanks. There's tanks that I haven't got around to changing in a while, updating in a while. There. If it's the last thing I do, I'll be going to the Clash 2026. I'm so upset that I didn't get to go. My roommate was super happy to get a room to herself and half paid for it. So, no, yeah, Stacey, yeah. It's 2026. As of now, I can't promise I'll be there. Since there is an event there in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky next year, in June, I think. Which I might look forward to trying to go to that one. I'll see once. Which it's not ain't that far away from my brother, so I might fly up there, hang out with him, and then have him take me over to the event, and also get him back into the hobby. Who are you supposed to room with? I hope to meet you next year. And that was Chris, by the way. No, that does remind me. I wanted to say thanks to everyone that made it possible for me to make the Clash, but also everyone that made the Clash came up to me and said hi to me. Especially those of y'all that I never met before. big shout out to y'all for, you know, if I want to say it right, brave enough to come up and talk to me, because in a way I kind of understand it a little bit. I understand it because years ago, back before I was doing content, and I would go to fish events and meet some of my favorite creators. It was a bit nerve wracking, a bit out of my comfort zone to go up and talk to them. Because you know what, y'all? Just because someone's on camera does not mean that they got it all together, the professionals, etc. It just means that they maybe overcome that mountain of being on camera. That's all. I'm not sure she wants the name disclosed, but she was great and super understanding. I'm glad I could help out and still pay my share. That's okay, CC. You don't have to share it out. I promised I would watch the White House so Judy can go to the Kentucky. No, Chris. I want to hang out again. Yeah, right, Chris. Everyone there knew who you and Todd were. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, right. See, that's one problem of being on camera, y'all. It's hard to be, we call it discreet or sneak in without being noticed. Because someone's bound to say, "Oh yeah, we seen him on camera. We seen someone's videos. We seen him at a place." You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with that. And see, just ask Chris. That the vibes guy really ain't that all that. He's not scary to talk to. He's very down to earth. You can't hide. You had to be vibes the whole time. Yeah, right. Chris. I don't know if some of y'all remember, but Saturday night. This was like at was it 9:30? 10 o'clock? I can't remember. I remember it was 9:30. Saturday night. I was in my PJs. I was down in not in the main lobby. The part where the fireplace, you know. Behind you there was the restaurant, hotel restaurant and bar. Anyways, I was down there in front of the fireplace, sitting on one of the sofas. I was there in person, but I was out of it, y'all. So I was definitely not the vibe energy that you see regularly on the camera. Until my buddy Jeremy, Aquarium Domain, he went and gave me a healthy energy drink. I mean, basically, it was like herbs and stuff, really healthy stuff. And it took like, I don't know, it was 10 minutes. I tried to drink that stuff. It was alright, the taste of it, but it took me from the level of no, I want to go back to bed and sleep till morning. To all right, guys, I'm feeling alright. Let's go do a live stream. It took me to a whole different level, y'all. Because remember, Saturday night there was the award ceremony and raffles, right? The raffle, whatever. And I don't know how long it was going. Was it half an hour? I don't know how long I was there for. But anyways, I was hanging out with the Pharaohs, Flatbed Aquatics, Mike, Ginger, Skating Owner, some of the others out, Stephen P. We're hanging out, whatever. And I told him, you know what? I'm not fit to be here. I'm falling asleep, and I just felt horrible, y'all. So I had raffle tickets they gave to me in the goodie bag, whatever. I told Mike, I said, you know what? I'm going to bed. I gave my tickets to him. I went to bed. I slept. I don't know how long. Hour or two. I don't remember what the time frame was, y'all. But that was not enough. I was not fit to be around people. I was miserable. I just wanted to go to bed and sleep and sleep and sleep. You know what I'm saying? Vibes is a diva and very scary to approach. I know, right? Oh, Friday night, you and Todd streamed a really long time. Actually, that was Thursday night, Chris. Saturday night, we streamed Thursday night and Saturday night. Thursday night, we did like 4 hours, I think it was. I think it was like 4 hours that we were live. Saturday night, was it 2 hours? I don't remember. Okay, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're all right. It was Thursday, yeah. It was like 4 hours. That was a long time. But anywho, so then again, I still want I gotta go back to shouting out my buddy Jeremy for giving me an energy booster to actually be up and sociable and to go live or do a live stream, etc. But then that pushed me. You know, I don't remember what time it was. I said, you know what, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. But it was wee hours in the morning, y'all. I was still up. I was still up and pumped and going yet, y'all. So yeah, it definitely kept me awake. Which then again, I should have went to bed or took a nap Sunday afternoon. I should have. It was really late. I know, Chris. but when you only have like a certain amount of time to be together with your friends, and some of these friends I want to see here in the chat every week. That's it. When you have time to spend with your friends in person, face to face, go ahead and maybe sleeping isn't that important. You know what I'm saying? But in a bit, I do need to wrap this up though, because I do a church in a bit. Finish this coffee, and then go and freshen up and go to church. Now tomorrow night there ain't church tomorrow night, but Sunday there is. So, hey, my apologies to MNC if you're watching this. Just because I'm not in the chat or etc. tomorrow night in your live stream, not mean I wanted to be there. That I didn't want to be there. Hey, I got the pictures from out of town. He's doing a great job, y'all. Anyways, so if I watch it, it'd be a part replay. But yeah. Hey, Jake, Katie, River. Oh, hey, River. Good to see you here. Been a while. So, there's 5 of y'all here. Do y'all want me to do an early morning live stream tomorrow morning? Would y'all prefer that if I did that? An early morning live stream while I do water changes? Oh, what time, Chris? Ladies have a stream tonight on Diddy's channel. How early? 6 a.m. 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30 a.m. I like morning streams, are never enough. Okay, Chris, you answered my question. You hoping that I'll do it? Okay. Basically, I've always wondered, is it worth my time doing it? You know what I'm saying? Is there enough people that enjoy it? Now, okay, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, but I could also have a replay of a live stream up on TV. Listen to a live stream while doing my water changes. I try to be up. Okay, so there's just 2 people in the chat that would enjoy if I go live. Okay. And that's enough. They're taking Steven's slot tonight, so I think it's 8:30 Central. So what happened? Is Steven out of town or is traveling something? I've not been very active, y'all, on here on YouTube in the past week. So is something I missed? Is Steven not doing his normal live stream? That's sad. I like when you do pop-up streams. Yeah, Chris? Hey, Chris, you know what? You still haven't joined me on a live stream yet. Just saying. Cold coffee? Not bad. Oh. Yeah, announced that last week that something is going on tonight. So see, last Friday, I wasn't in the live stream because I was camping, y'all. Yeah, you heard that right. I was camping. Yeah. I love it. And the last weekend the weather was perfect. It was very nice. It was cool at night. In the morning, I wanted a jacket, on. Now there was a burn ban, so you couldn't have a fire. A wood fire, but we had propane, so we still had. We still had like a fire ring, but it was just propane, which I actually prefer that over wood, in my opinion. You don't get that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Yep, we took a YouTube vacation ourselves. Yeah. So okay, so I'm not the only one, Jake, or it's Katie, either one, or River. Sorry about that, River. My apologies. It's three of y'all. And that's actually a good thing. Take a YouTube break, YouTube vacation, and do your own thing. That's a good thing. Camping vibes in the woods. I can actually see that. Yeah, camping is another one of my favorite hobbies. Do you fish vibes? I do. Whenever I have a chance. Oh, okay. So I don't feel too bad. Low, just Jake right now. Okay. All right. I feel pretty good then. So I wasn't too far off. Now, I actually prefer making fish over the fire. Hey, Mel, welcome in. Hey, how you doing? We haven't talked in, 20 years? I mean, a long time. In a coon's age, like vibes like saying. Hopefully you're doing all well. Almost done with work. Nice. Hey, Mel. You really need to come up here sometime. In the near future. And we do a catch up. You know what I'm saying? It's been too long. Or even backstage, it's been too long. Yeah, do that, please. Pester me, please. Oops, what happened? Okay. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, pester me, Mel. Cause hey, that goes to anyone else that's watching this or in the chat. Watch the replay, etc. If you want to come up here, or if you want to be a guest on Vibes Aquatics, message me. Because you know how much easier it is if people ask me if they could join my live stream than me going and asking people to join me. And how people say that they'll come up and then they freak out or ghost me, you know what I'm saying? Or scheduled plan to be on Vibes. Hey, you know what? I'm just upset when guests say that they'll come up and we plan a certain weekend or what a day to do a live stream. And then the time comes, and some reason out of the blue, there's some other event that they've planned. Huh. That's interesting. So, if you knew that, why did you schedule plans? You know what I'm saying? Just a thought. And I'm talking to myself as well. When you say you do something, make sure you're, if possible, that your calendar is open for that time frame. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We live in this day and age of technology. It shouldn't be that hard to have your schedule on your calendar. Anyways, that's not a whole rambling thing. And we ain't here tonight to ramble on that. Okay, anyways. Sign me up, Eddie. Alright, Brad. Working home stretch. Nice! Hey, Jesse! Jesse's another buddy of mine, y'all, that he told me I met him before, but I don't remember. Which I probably did. But anyway, I don't remember meeting him before, but I probably had met him before. Anyways, he is a great guy, y'all. He accepted. I took some fish up with me, some mollies, silken mollies, as a carry-on, and I had them in a bucket, and I gave them to Jesse, and he packaged them up and shipped them to Skull. Jesse's awesome, y'all. And you know what? He has great fish. I mean, he had a good selection of fish at the Clash, y'all. So if you have a chance, go ahead and buy from him. Yeah. Just because Vibe said so. And hey, Skull said that the fish that I brought up, they all made it. Now, of course, there's one fish that didn't make it in the travels, but which I bought a lot of extra ones, so it's all good. Anyways, I do need to finish this coffee. That way I can get up and get freshened up and get over to church. Good coffee. And hey, here's an idea. Okay, Chris. If I ain't here when you come back, have a good night. If I don't go live in the morning, if I'm not live by 6:30, message me and ask me where I'm at. Because by that time, by 6:30, I should be up and about. If I'm not, that means I need to get up and get up and going. Because even at 6:30, that'd be enough time for me to go live and get this tank water changed. If I can get this tank right there beside me, if I can do water change on that tank alone in the morning, that's it. I'll be happy. Because that'll be a step forward for the rest of the day. That's kind of like the idea of getting up out of your bed and making your bed. And nothing else is good going that day. Go walk about the bed. At least your bed is made. You get what I'm saying? Same idea. If I can get one tank done in the fish room in the morning, that just like a springboard for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Who else is going live here in a bit? Anyone? If someone is, mod, you're more welcome to drop a link or etc. And the hashtag should be hashtag fresh coffee, hashtag grind your own. Oops. No. Oh. Okay. I'm not ready to wrap this up. And you know what, y'all? Hold on. CC's sending a thumbs up. Hey, who's this handsome guy? TJ, I missed you. How you doing? You finally show up now. At this hour of the night. How you doing? Did you miss me, TJ? Oh, you must have. You're here. Hey, Vibes. You know what TJ always says. Don't let yourself down. You're more important than that. Alright. I try to be. Okay. Miss you too. All good. Ready for the weekend. Yeah! Ah, good stuff. By the way, this is juice. Get my palate rinsed out a little bit with juice, and then water, and then go get freshened up. Sorry about last night, TJ. Hopefully you able to get to bed early last night. Nope. Just regular cranberry juice. Regular cranberry juice? Yeah, it's regular. It's 100% cranberry juice. That's good. Not a problem. I use my time wisely. I knew you would. TJ is a guy that, I mean, yeah. If you don't know TJ yet, you're missing out. That's all I gotta say. Great guy. I'm blessed to have him as a friend and as a number 101, 100 co-host. It's hard to remember where they fall in the co-host thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, we're over an hour live stream, which is more than I had planned for tonight. Go over and watch the ladies' live stream. I think it is on Diddy's live stream at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I think it is. Hashtag Juice Coffee. I don't know. Hashtag. Hashtag. Hey, I tell you what. Since I can't think of a good hashtag, y'all can have a good hashtag for your own self. How about that? That way you can't say that Vibes goofed up. Anyway, actually you can, which is totally fine. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna stop babbling. Thanks for coming out and joining us. Have a great night, and maybe we'll see y'all in the morning. Till later. Peace out, y'all. Bye.